Hi everyone, how are you doing and welcome back. So I've been doing some research to find what I feel are some of the best weapons for new players to use in Battlefield 1. So starting off, we've got the MP18, which is an SMG for the assault class, and it's an all-round versatile weapon, as it doesn't exceed in one area, but it can do all pretty well. Now, there are three variants of this weapon, each one having its own uniqueness. Starting off, we've got the trench variant. This is unlocked by default, and it has improved hipfire accuracy when compared to the other two variants of the MP18. So the trench is good for those close quarter fighting situations that you usually find yourself in when using an SMG. Next up is the optical variant. This is unlocked at assault class level 0, and it comes with a sight, so you have improved aimed accuracy, although you won't really be sniping anybody with it. And then finally we have the experimental variant. This is unlocked at assault class level 2, but however it does come only in burst fire, so instead of it being fully automatic, this variant is only burst fire. Obviously this comes with it having increased accuracy compared to the other two variants, although it does have a slower reload and has 2 less bullets in the magazine, so it has 30 instead of 32. So, which variant should you pick? It really comes down to either the trench or the optical. The optical is well rounded and it can hold its own when hip fired. You also get the benefit of having a sight. The trench variant, however, does clean up well in those close quarter situations, and I have found that it is a proper laser beam when hip fired. Like some of these clips that you'll see now, like the enemy are like 20, 30, 40 meters away and I'm hip firing them, and it's like I'm got aim down sight accuracy. So if I had to pick personally, for me it'd be the trench variant, as with the SMGs I do like to get up close and personal, you know, like really in the sort of thick of it, as I'd say. With the MP18 being an SMG, I'd want to use it in those sort of close to close medium range engagements. The optical variant is still good for enemies like up to 30 meters or so away, but after that, like the damage drop off of the weapon starts to impact like how many bullets it will take to kill that enemy. So then you start getting territories of like the medic weapons or other weapons like that. So optical is good for 30 meters or so, then after that you need to choose another weapon. A bit of a specific one, but it's useful to use when getting gassed a lot. So if people are using gas grenades and you have to put the gas mask on, obviously with the gas mask on you can't aim down sight, you can only hip fire. So with that hip fire accuracy of the MP18, especially the trench variant, it comes in really handy, and it's not really a hindrance because the weapon's already good at hip firing. If you found the advice of using the MP18 so far useful, and you want to see more content like this, as well as tips and tricks and guides, then make sure to hit that subscribe button, as currently we're going after 1,000 subscribers before July 31st. So I've been bigging up the MP18, but what are some of the drawbacks to it? Obviously it gets beaten by faster firing SMGs, with its sort of lower rate of fire when compared to the Automatico, Hal Regal, SMG 0818. It does get beat by those weapons in those close quarter situations, so that is one of the downfalls of it. Due to it sort of being able to perform in all these situations, it doesn't succeed in any, and therefore, like I said, it can lose out to weapons that do perform better in sort of one specific area. So whether that be close quarters or at range, there are weapons that are more suited to those sort of specific engagements that can beat the MP18. With that being said, however, I'd still recommend this gun for players starting out in Battlefield 1. The MP18 is definitely a weapon that I'd recommend using due to it being able to perform efficiently in many different roles on the battlefield, from those close to close medium ranges. The hip fire on it is brilliant, and the aimed accuracy does its job when in the ranges the weapon is designed for. With the trench variant being unlocked from the start, I recommend all new players try this weapon, as it is one of the easiest weapons in Battlefield 1 to get used to, due to its lower rate of fire and easy to handle recoil. Getting the grips with the MP18 is simple, and once mastered, you can be effective with the weapon on the battlefield. So that's it for today's video. If you found it useful, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe. You know, I've got plenty more content like this coming up, and a lot more guides and how-tos and everything in between. So if you want to see more of that, subscribe. Like I mentioned earlier, we're going for 1,000 subscribers currently before July 31st. So that would really help us out. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Have a good one.